I already hit record on this video, but I forgot to light the incense. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, should be good. This is what I'm doing every video this year, 2022. Set the mood, have some good sense, some good vibes. Now we can properly get this video started. What is good, YouTube? Tristan here, back with another video. And at the time I'm filming this, the NFL playoffs are on. It's on my TV behind the camera. So I'm gonna try to get this done as quick as possible. It's very, very easy to get a basic color correction, but really I wanna get back to my couch to catch the rest of the games. But you didn't click on this video because you don't care whether or not I miss the NFL playoffs. You clicked on this video because last week on Instagram, I posted a poll on whether or not I should do a color correction video, and most of you said yes, so that's exactly what we're gonna be doing here today. First things first, I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit all of my videos, all of my content. I've been using it for a little over 10 years now. It's just what I got my hands on first. I don't have a preference between Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro because I've never used Final Cut Pro. Could that change in the future? Will I make the change? Seems like everyone else has, so maybe I will one day. But regardless of that, the same principles of color correction apply to Premiere Pro and to Final Cut Pro. So with all that said, let's go ahead and hop into Premiere. So here is the clip that we're going to be color correcting today. And again, this is a color correcting tutorial. We're not getting into color grading just yet, but that might be a video down the road. This was shot on the Canon R6 and C-Log 3. C-Log 3 is basically a flat picture profile that allows you to have much more control over the colors in post than you would if you were shooting with a standard picture profile. A lot of different cameras do have their log systems, but some don't. If your camera doesn't have a log system, just Google your camera and flat picture profile. I'm sure you can find something to import into your camera, because again, color grading in a flat picture profile period just gives you that much more control over the colors. Also, something that will definitely help you out in post and save you a lot of time is making sure that your shot is properly white balanced and that your shot is also exposed properly. So the first thing that I always do before I touch anything is adding an adjustment layer on top of the actual clip. You don't want to edit the actual clip because if you get too far and you want to go back, Premiere only allows you to go back so far, and if you want to start completely over, your shot is ruined. But if you add an adjustment layer, you won't have that problem. So what I'm going to do down here, I'm going to go to New Item, I'm going to hit Adjustment Layer, hit OK. It'll pop up right here. You're going to drag it over and put it directly on top of your video clip. Now we're actually ready to start color correcting this clip. So the first thing you want to make sure is that, again, your adjustment layer is on top of your clip. The color tab is selected in Premiere, and the first thing I want to do is adjust the highlights and the shadows using the tone curves. So we're going to open up curves, you're going to hit RGB curves, and we're going to make a simple S curve, right? This right here adjusts the shadows. You can see I'm being a little dramatic, and this right here adjusts the highlights. Of course, you don't want your shot to look like that, so let me just go ahead and bring it back to the baseline, and you're going to make a very, very slight S curve, just like that. Bring it out a little bit more, and as you can see, the shot gets a little more contrasty and it's not as flat as it was before. So we're gonna leave it there for right now, and then we're going to open the basic correction tab. And what I want to do here, again, this is a flat shot, there's hardly any color to it, so I want to up the saturation to where I think it looks really good. And we're going pretty high again because it's C-Log 2, and I think right there is good enough. I do want to up the exposure just a little bit, so I'm going to click on the exposure right here, and we're going to start with maybe 0.2 and see how that looks. That looks a lot better. And now we're going to adjust the temperature and the tint. I always try to color correct to the skin tones, not what's around me. If I'm shooting a person, I'm always going to color correct according to the skin tone, and everything else should look fine. This is a little cool for me, so I'm going to up the warmth just a little bit, not too much. And let me drop the tint down a little bit as well. That's a little too much because see, now it looks a little yellow, a little green. So I'm going to bring it down to 0.3. And I like that. I also, let's go ahead and play with the shadows and the highlight sliders. Even though we already adjusted in the curve, let's see what these look like. So shadows, I like my stuff to look super contrasty, so I'm going to bring the shadows down just a little bit, up the whites a little bit too, just to bring out those highlights a little bit more, not using the highlight slider, but you know what I mean. And I'm going to drop the blacks a little bit as well, kind of see what happens when you drop the black. So I'm going to drop it down I think -5 is good. So again, you have the adjustment layer on your clip, right? And you have these little eyeballs down here. You can turn your adjustment layer on and off just to see the difference. So let's go ahead and turn it off. That's what it looked like before. Turn it back on. That's what it looks like now. I'm gonna bring down the warmth just a little bit to maybe 1.5. Let's do 1.5. And honestly, I think that looks just fine. Before, after, and that's really it. It's crazy because I get a lot of compliments on the coloring in my videos, but it's really simple. That's it. That's your basic color grading. I expected this video to be a lot longer than it was, but no, that's really all I do when I color grade every single video that I've ever put out. And that's it. That's the end of the video. I really expected this to be a lot longer than it was, but again, it was just a very basic color correct. So if you're one of the people on Instagram who voted that they really needed help with their color correcting, that's it, and I hope it helped. So check this out. If you want to save a little more time and you want to speed up your editing process, but you don't feel like playing with the white balance bars and you don't feel like playing with the tone curves, I have this exact color correcting preset available for purchase. All you gotta do is click the link in my description, and for $5, you can purchase this preset and you can apply it to all your videos just like that. Again, it's just $5. All you gotta do is download it, import it into Premiere Pro, create your adjustment layer, apply it to the adjustment layer, and your video is color corrected. So there's something that I'm considering, and that's switching over to DaVinci Resolve. I've heard of this software numerous times, but I've never given it a shot. It just looks really, really intimidating, but apparently it's all the rage. I've been recommended DaVinci Resolve numerous times. The last person who recommended it to me was Chris Shaver, a good friend of mine. So maybe the next video is me trying out DaVinci Resolve for the first time. I hear that you have a lot more control over the colors than you do with Premiere or Final Cut. So I think it's definitely worth trying out. So I'm gonna make that jump, even though I'm a little afraid of it. I'm gonna make that jump and see how it is. So that does it for this video, everyone. Hopefully you learned something, hopefully it helps, and if it did, please hit that like button and consider maybe subscribing to my channel. My name is Tristan Irvin. I make videos weekly. Also, hit the notification bell so every time I do upload a video, you get notified. So until next week, again, DaVinci Resolve, I'm gonna do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Dude, Dallas came back. It was like 17-0, now it's 23-17. Fourth quarter, minute 49 left. It's 4th and 11. Come on, defense, hold defense, let's go. I need Dallas to lose. I can't stand Dallas. I'm an Eagles fan, my team lost. I can't have Dallas going forward in the playoffs either, you know, so. Sack. Oh, he threw it up. Miss, incomplete, okay. 49er ball, man. Let's run this clock out. Run the clock out. Wow, Dallas just got a holding call on defense on a running play. My buddy Chris, he's a huge 49er fan, so I'm rooting for his team today. Me and Chris are actually going to the Rams Cardinals game tomorrow night, which was yesterday by the time this video airs. But yeah, run the ball, get a first down, run the clock out. That's all we got to do. 1 yard gain. All right, first time out, Dallas. All right, I gotta shut all this down. I gotta go downstairs and watch on the bigger TV. See you guys later.